And the first ever StarCon event is coming in the Middle East this weekend. It's going to be happening at the World Trade Center. And you, Neil, as a massive Marvel fan, you must be excited about this.
Well, I saw the list of people that are walking in over there. That has already got me excited. Plus, with every time when something like this happens, you expect a little more. And this being the first ever StarCon right here in the Middle East, I think my expectations are right up there.
Well, to get more details about this, we're joined in the studio by a man who describes himself as a filmmaker, a journalist, an arts enthusiast. He's also one of the co-organisers of StarCon, and he's a Dubai product coming out of Middlesex University. He's one of our own, Waleed Hmidan. Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
It is great. You must be excited about this weekend.
Oh my God, we are very, very excited. The preparations are being done right now, and seeing the physical build-up of an idea that has formulated over a year is very thrilling.
No, obviously, as when you come up with a concept, when a thought is put up on paper, 3 lines of it that we will do this, you and your few friends sitting together and working out. When the entire process finishes, you see it in physicality when the event comes around the corner. It's a different high,
right?
But the process is not something that everyone gets to be privy to, right? What was the process to build up to what it's going to be over the weekend?
Basically, for this convention, StarCon, I mean, of course, Dubai is a home to so many pop culture fans of so many different aspects. And we have a lot of locally grown talents as well, comic book artists or creators or even filmmakers and so on. So the idea of what we wanted StarCon to be is also to be this grounds of people meeting each other as well, other professionals, other than just the entertainment value. Of course, there's a lot of entertainment. There's things that are first time, I think, revealed.
Come on, what are they? Can you say?
Oh, yeah. We will be having a lot of very interesting activities from people like Pixel coming in from Abu Dhabi. They opened very recently a huge gaming center. We will be having a lot of... Oh, yes, we're organizing, of course, a Dungeons and Dragons competition, which is really
love
fun.
That game.
I mean, we hear about it. I still don't know how to play it.
No,
I think
don't worry. I think that saying that you don't know how to play it makes you cool. So
you'll need 7 hours to sit down to understand the whole game.
Yes,
and it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant.
Yes, I mean, of course, it's popularized also by one of the most favorite shows ever, Stranger Things, and you always hear about it. It sounds fun, so why not have people sit in for that kind of thing? Why not have people sit down and hear other local based filmmakers talk about how to create a movie, how to create a comic book, and we wanted to have also there are international artists coming, such as Des Taylor, Will Robinson, which will be interacting directly with the fans, and they've come to Dubai several times before.
You mentioned that there's so many of these events that are happening around Dubai. What is it about Dubai at the moment that makes an event like StarCon attractive to have in this city?
Sure, I'll tell you what. Since, of course, we mentioned that there's a lot of people interested in Dubai. But then again, the experiences... You don't want to experience the same thing over and over again. You don't want to replicate... You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You just want to make it look different, sense, right? And our convention, we don't brag and say it's the biggest, largest, those taglines. We're very aware that it isn't, but what it is it's homey, it's community, it's, come in and meet a person and talk to the person. And it's not just about, celebrating the outside, but also trying to create the interest inside. Maybe one kid that's going to come in and meet one filmmaker or a comic book artist will say, well, now I want to do this. And now we have a filmmaker from whichever background in Dubai, and that would create something amazing. Maybe,
Because what I love is that the Middle East has got so many great things going for it, but it was never really known as a cultural hub.
Yes.
As a place for cultural and expression.
Yes.
But that's certainly changed just in the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, because this is an example of it. People are able to, use the arts and be creative and use it as a freedom of expression.
Exactly. For pop culture in itself also, it is still a niche market. It's a niche, group of people. And in my days, when Marvel first came out, I say my days as if I've been... I'm not. But when Marvel came out, it was like, oh, you like the thin man who can fly, and the angry green guy, ugh, look
Yeah.
at this guy, he sucks. But now today, if you don't like that stuff, you're the weird one. You
True
know
that.
what
No,
I
you're
mean?
right.
So it is growing. We have a lot of people performing even at the event who are, school kids. They're super into cosplay. Dubai has a bustling cosplay
Right.
scene
Community, yeah.
that is internationally or at least regionally recognized as well, and filmmakers as well. There is a documentary being made about cosplay.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
it's deep enough to have such a conversation happening about it. It's called Language of Cosplay as well.
Right.
Fun stuff happening. We'll have a group of filmmakers talking about a dystopian end of the world movie that they're preparing. Karayr, it's called. So it's that aspect of continuing to evolve and helping it to evolve, because there aren't that many people who produce here. Here we mostly consume the pop culture and movies and so on, and that's for most parts of the world. Not every part of the world produces such, but maybe this will inspire someone to create the next Marvel or something.
Makes sense.
It doesn't have to be the same as Marvel. It can be very different.
Why not? Why not? I mean, we can always aspire, right? But then tell me something, with everything that you have programmed, planned and structured, I'm sure that you're expecting a certain set of people, a certain age group of people. What has been your target audience? Is it divided in form of expats, Western expats, Asian expats, locals? How's that geography been for you?
Right. So for the locals, actually, the Emiratis, they love creating art. So there is an artist alley at our event, and the differentiation with that is that they're local artists, so they produce their own homemade, items, knickknacks and so on, and they sell it. There's 90 plus people coming to exhibit, and it started as 60 something. We had to add rows and add people at the last moment. So that has that scene. Cosplay, it's mostly, there are some renowned Emiratis in the cosplay field as well. You'll find, just as a number, more people who are from other backgrounds.
Makes sense.
And filmmaker wise, we will be having, actually, on the second day, a presentation by Arab Comics, which is an Emirati company creating superhero comics that are Arabic.
Oh, wow.
And also, we have the other film elements are not from Emirati backgrounds. Some of them are, but it comes in from, the Levant, GCC, India, Pakistan, all of these places. There is a place for everyone.
When it comes down to some of the guests and the celebrities, you've mentioned some of them, the stars of The Walking Dead or Money Heist.
Yes.
Just how close can you get to some of these stars if you're looking to get down there?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, we offered people something that's, we are proud to say it's probably the first time offered here, which is we had the ticket of coffee with the stars. You go into the green room, you grab a cup of coffee, you chit-chat for 30 minutes. So it can get as close as that.
Wow. So what are these stars having, like 30 cups of coffee across?
We load them up.
That's how you keep them happy, right?
Exactly. Other than, of course, the meet and greet possibilities that are there for people to snap a picture and, get an autograph of something. Their favorite franchises.
Right.
And
Right. I mean, we've seen some names that even Kitch mentioned. How did you zero down on these names? Because these are absolutely different characters, and very very unique performances have come through from them.
Yes.
How did you zero down on these guys?
It depends, of course, on what is popular here. We know that, for example, The Walking Dead is a very, very popular show. La Casa de Papel is a very popular show, which is being also franchised into different languages. I believe it's a matter of time when someone will make the franchise will reach the Arabic market as an Arabic La Casa de Papel, because I think they've only done it in Korea, I think, or Japan, I'm not sure. But that's definitely something. The Walking Dead is ending very well. It ended now. I don't know what happens in the finale. No spoilers. but yeah, that is the main.
They can't die. They're already walking dead. I mean, what's going to happen?
Probably could get revived.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, you've got so many great stars that they're going to be there. So It's a 2-day event. You recommend most people go down there for both days?
Yes.
Check it out.
So for the first day, we'll be having a lot of fun activities, performances, musical performances. The second day as well will be very cosplay heavy, because cosplay is such a glamorous area of any convention. Really, you can't have a convention without cosplay. So the second day will be where the cosplay competition happens, where we fly in regional judges and they sit down and they rank people and they win prizes.
Let's do this. Let's break down what cosplay is for our listeners, so that they understand what is cosplay and if they want to participate.
I wasn't really sure. I was just playing along. So what is cosplay?
So cosplay is essentially, see, I'm not the expert on cosplay, and when you speak to someone about it, they'll explain it so beautifully. There are TED Talks even on cosplay. But it is such a beautiful concept. It's essentially when you dress up as your favorite character.
It's fancy dress.
And it's not about, they don't just purchase it. I know people that have worked on 1 year to cybernetically, program a metallic arm because they love this one character from this one movie or TV show, even if it's not that popular of a show, and they craft it. They have all of these different, so for example, for cosplay we have different elements of ranking. So there's performance, how well do you embody the character, how accurate the costume is, and there is crafting. So they will look at the props that you have created, the clothes, if there's a crown, anything. Okay, how did you create it? What material was used? The finishing, the lining. It is actually quite complicated, and I don't claim to know much about it, but I do know that cosplayers are some of the most, they are the ones that give, the hype to going to an event, because
you're right, because I mean, at one of the conventions, I remember me and a few friends, we went, and for being a Marvel fan, I might be disowned, but yeah, my favorite character all the way along has been Superman.
Right.
So I did dress up as Superman, and I went there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, very very basic, very standard. Though I did get my hair curl coming up on the forehead and all of that, and. It was the fun, it was the beauty of it, because one of my friend who didn't dress up for what we were trying to do, he was feeling left out. Because all of us were mingling, and random people coming up and saying, "Hey, Superman, can I take a picture with you?" There was one who dressed up as Thor and all of that.
Right.
So there were people who wanted, it became like a small community of sorts.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We entertained, engaged with so many people over there, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And eventually, if you're not part of it, then you feel like a sore thumb and like, oh, what am I doing here?
Right. You feel like I know a gentleman, a cosplayer here, he's regionally known as well, Batman DXB.
Okay.
He is a personal friend of mine. I do not know what his real name is.
Wow.
What do you just call him?
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman
you have to call him
DXB.
Batman. I'm not even joking. I don't know what his name is.
This
so,
is incredible.
sometimes I'd be walking in a mall or something and he just texts me, "I see you." What? No.
Wow.
Batman, please. Because I've never seen him without a suit, and he comes to all these events. That is one example of cosplayers. And there are cosplayers that, they're famous doing several iterations of character. There's Asad Morningstar. He was featured on DC Fandom as well. The DC event that they did, and on COVID they started it.
I'm actually trying to think, Waleed, this guy that's Batman that you've never seen outside the suit. This could be our producer Pranav. Might explain why he doesn't have a girlfriend on the weekend. Look, if you do want to get more details, you can. The website to go to is starsconvention.com. It's the first ever StarCon event in the Middle East. It's happening right across this weekend at the World Trade Center. Waleed Hmidan, thank you very much for coming in on this Thursday.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great one, and as we said, that website again, you can get to starsconvention.com and get details with the tickets happening this weekend. You're on TSB.